Hey guys, John from CamManatee.com. You see this? This is Zombie Dice, and I really like this game. It's a game with zombies. You like zombies, right? Of course you do. Everybody loves zombies. There's dice. You throw dice. Everybody loves dice. And it's a push your luck style game. Yeah, everybody likes push your luck style. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, continue watching this. If it doesn't, probably close, because that's literally all this is. It's a zombie dice push your luck style game. So let's take a look at the components and how you play it. So what comes with zombie dice? Well, you've got this tube, and inside the tube you've got a bunch of dice along with a manual. That's it. That's all that comes with the game, and that's all you need. So I'm going to just go over these dice and what they mean. It's extremely simple. There's 3 different colors of die, and I'll go over what that means in a second. And then there's different size to the die. Each die is going to have either, and I'm going to show this, let's see if we can focus. It's either going to have a brain, feet, or a shot, which means you got shot in the face. That's bad. You don't want these. Okay? And as I said, there's different colors here. So you've got green, which green only has 1 shot, and it has 1, 2, 3 brains, and 2 feet. So it's a lot easier to get brains on here, and that's the point of the game. You're trying to get brains. You're trying to collect 13 brains. The first person to collect 13 brains wins the game. The yellow die has 2 shots on it and only 2 brains. The red die has 3 shots on it, only 1 brain and 2 runners. So the red die are harder to get brains. As you can, green is easiest, yellow's moderate, red is hard to get the brains. So again, like I said, the point of the game is to get brains. And let me show you how the actual game works here. You're going to take all of these die, and you're going to take 3. You always roll 3 die. I'm going to roll 3 die here. Okay, so I've got 1 brain, which I put aside, and I've got 2 runners. Runners mean these are victims that got away, so you must re-roll them if you continue. So at this point, I have a choice to make. Do I continue rolling to try and get more brains, or do I stop and stick with my 1 brain, which basically carries over to all my next turns? So it's a push your luck style game, because if you don't stop and you get shot 3 times, you lose all the brains you gain that round. So I'm going to, obviously, I don't have any shots. Why not? I'm going to roll again. So I'm going to pick 1 more die out of the box, roll them again. I've got 2 more runners, and I've got a shot, so I put this aside. So now again, I have a decision to make. Do I continue going, or do I stop? I'm going to continue, obviously, because stopping now would be crazy. Okay, so I got another brain, and I got 2 more runners. Man. So the game continues like this until you choose to stop, or you get shot 3 times, in which case you lose all the brains you had gained that round. Now you don't keep the brains over here forever, just until the end of your round, and then you just have to remember how many brains you have. And that's basically it. That is the game. Trying to think of if there's anything else I need to go over. So one important thing I want to mention is if you want to stop, you have to stop before you draw an additional die to roll. And what I mean by that is, let's say I have this setup, which isn't possible. Let's just do something like this. And I have a choice to make. Either I continue or stop. If I want to continue, then I just draw another die. And you can't look at what die you're drawing. That's very important. You don't get to choose which color. You just have to pick one at random out of the whatever you would call this canister. You're just going to pick one at random, and whatever color you get, that's the color you get, and you have to roll it. Once you pick that die out of the canister, you cannot choose to stay. So if I got another red here when pulling it out and say, maybe I don't want to continue, you can't do that. You have to continue once you pull the die. Anytime before that, you can choose to either stop or continue. And that's it. That's zombie dice. Okay, so what do I think of zombie dice? Well, let me start off by saying I know a lot of people are down on Steve Jackson Games, and that's who published this and created this, is Steve Jackson Games. You know, lots of people tend to be down on Munchkin. Well, people like Illuminati. I'm trying to think of some other Steve Jackson games people are down on. Mostly Munchkin, I guess. But you know what? I started on Munchkin, and you know, it's a fun game. It's not the best game in the world. It's a little long. It's a little random. There's much better games that I would rather play, but for what it is, it was okay. This is really one of my favorite filler games, simply because it takes 5 minutes to set up, teach, and play. It's so fast, and that's really hard to find. Maybe I should rehearse these. It's really hard to find. And having this available in my collection, okay, what am I trying to say? Most games are going to take a little while to teach, a little while to play, and for the first play, people don't really get it. This game, by the first turn, they know what they're doing, they know how to play, and they like it. It's extremely accessible. Anyone can play it. I can teach it to anyone. And it takes 5 minutes. So yes, it doesn't have any depth whatsoever. Yes, you have a strategy of continuing to roll or stop rolling. But it's fun and it's a blast. And if you have friends that are not, you know, just into Euro games and are, are willing to do a little lighter side of things, both in the type of game and just the theme and everything, it's a really fun little game. And for the $10 they're charging for it, it's a no-brainer. I would absolutely recommend it, because there just aren't that many small fillers that are worth your time. So I hope this video has been informative. Thank you for watching. See you next time.